Welcome back to Top 5.
The arena buzzed with the electric energy of anticipation as the sun illuminated the vast, Colosseum-like structure. The air crackled with excitement, the crowd roaring as the second round of the Who Will Win tournament unfolded. On one side stood Aquaman, the king of Atlantis, an imposing figure clad in green and gold, his trident gleaming like a lightning bolt. On the other side, Wonder Woman, the Amazonian warrior princess, her armor radiant in the sunlight, prepared for battle with an unwavering gaze. The rules were clear: no mercy, no retreat. The fight began, each combatant showing their iconic prowess. Wonder Woman charged first, her lasso of truth spinning through the air as she aimed to ensnare Aquaman. He countered with agility that belied his size, dodging her lasso and retaliating with a ferocious swing of his trident. The two clashed in a whirlwind of strikes and parries, neither willing to yield an inch. But as the battle raged on, Aquaman began to feel the weight of his situation. Wonder Woman's agility and skill were overwhelming, her strikes precise and relentless. He could feel the pressure mounting, the crowd's cheers morphing into gasps as she landed a powerful punch that sent him staggering back. With the echoes of the crowd's roar ringing in his ears, Aquaman felt a flicker of desperation. He knew the tides of the fight were turning against him. In a tactical maneuver, he decided to shift the battlefield from the dry arena to the water, an element where he reigned supreme. With a deep breath, Aquaman concentrated, summoning the ancient power of the ocean within him. The ground trembled as he raised his hands, the air thick with tension. Moments later, a rumble echoed through the arena, causing the spectators to look up in astonishment. 100-foot wave surged into existence, towering above the combatants like a watery mountain. With a mighty gesture, Aquaman unleashed the wave, crashing it down onto Wonder Woman. The force of the water exploded in a shower of droplets, drenching the crowd and leaving them in awe as they protected themselves from the cascading spray. As the wave settled, the arena transformed into a sprawling ocean in which Aquaman floated with ease. He had reclaimed his advantage, and yet, as he surveyed the aftermath, he realized something was amiss. Wonder Woman, soaked but resolute, emerged from the depths, unfazed and determined. The Amazonian strength and resilience shone through as she approached Aquaman through the water, moving with fluid grace. She wielded her sword, which glinted ominously under the surface, and launched a series of strikes that forced Aquaman on the defensive. Each clash resonated like thunder as the two titans battled fiercely. Still, Aquaman could feel his strength waning. This was not the victory he had envisioned. Each strike from Wonder Woman seemed to cut deeper, the resolve in her eyes unrelenting. The fight took an emotional toll as Aquaman struggled against not just a worthy opponent, but against the weight of his own expectations. As the water began to swirl around him, he knew he couldn't rely solely on brute force. With one last desperate attempt, Aquaman summoned the creatures of the deep, calling upon the might of the ocean's denizens to distract and disorient Wonder Woman. Fish, dolphins, and even a few shark forms swarmed around her, but she maneuvered through them with an impressive ferocity, slashing through the distractions with her sword. The crowd held its collective breath as Aquaman unleashed another barrage of water blasts, trying to gain the upper hand again. However, Wonder Woman's resolve had only hardened. With a brief moment to catch her breath, she summoned her strength and fought her way through the surging waters. At that moment, the arena was truly a battlefield of contrasts: Aquaman, the Lord of the Waves, and Wonder Woman, the champion of justice. With one powerful leap, she propelled herself through the water, slashing the surface with her sword and gaining the momentum to close in on Aquaman. "No more games, Arthur," she shouted, determination etched into her features. She charged with the essence of a warrior who had stood against gods and monsters. Aquaman braced himself, ready to fight to the last, but within him, he felt the crushing weight of honor and the clarity that sometimes, even kings must fall. As Wonder Woman approached, he realized that exhaustion had slipped into his bones, not just from the fight, but from the knowledge of who he faced. The final clash was monumental, a crescendo of strength and valor, as Wonder Woman's sword met Aquaman's trident. In a moment suspended in time, they exchanged one last blow, a devastating strike that sent shockwaves through the arena. As silence befell the Colosseum, the tide of battle turned irreversibly in favor of the Amazon. Exhausted and battered, Aquaman knelt, the remnants of the ocean swirling around him, yet yielding to the proud victor before him. Wonder Woman stood tall, her heart heavy with the weight of what had transpired, knowing that to gain victory often meant losing a part of oneself. The crowd erupted into applause, recognizing the valor of both champions. Though Aquaman had lost this battle, his legend would endure, a tale of honor, strength, and the untamable spirit of the ocean. And Wonder Woman, forever the warrior for justice, had proven yet again that true strength comes not just from power, but from an unwavering spirit.